So how it works, it compares the what your camera device is seeing and matches it against the database of already a 3D scan that you have created, and gives you a position with respect to that 3D scan. Hey, this is what you have in the database and this is what you are seeing right now. So we know that you are in this position, in this rotation with respect to that 3D space. Sorry. And if the 3D space is already georeferenced, we can also give you georeference coordinates. So you can, in a global space, we can determine where you are, using a 3D scan. Now, going into deeper how it works, it looks for a lot of unique features, because if you think of a large 3D scan, it could be built up of millions of point cloud or sometimes billions of point cloud, right? And you don't want to process all of them. So when you are building this database, you're looking for unique images that are very distinctive. You're looking for unique features. You're looking for unique geometry, and you are actually creating a machine readable map. And that's very key, that hey, you have this 3D scan. Once you upload it to multiset, we create a machine readable format for it, which means it's a proprietary way of storing that map in such a way when a device is actually doing a query, it can do that query very instantly. So irrespective of the scans.
So does it mean, so sorry, does it mean that you are on the background, that you are simplifying the data sets and you are picking only like the important points and important geometry from the scene, or
That's
what do you do
Yeah,
on the
that's right.
background?
So let's, from a user perspective, when you, let's say, upload a really large 3D scans, and I think since your audience has worked with reality capture a lot, sometimes this 3D scan can go as big as hundreds of GBs, right? So, and you don't, and a lot of that data is repetitive, maybe not usable for a VPS. So we do, convert the raw data into our proprietary machine readable way, where we only keep the unique geometry, unique features, unique images that are actually worth storing for a VPS system. And the way we store it, uh, it's become a hierarchical information, which means, hey, you have a 5,000 square feet scan, or even if you have a 500,000 square feet scan, the amount of time it takes for a device to recognize or localize its position is almost same. So which means, although the size increases, the time it takes for you to use the system doesn't increases at all, right? So irrespective of the environment size, the cost of deploying, the cost of running is almost same. So that's our proprietary way of how we, ingest this large scans and convert into a format that can be so scalable.